Today we're digging into the mindset and practical lessons from Courtney Dauwalter. I mean, just an incredible ultra runner.
Absolutely. Winning Western States, Hard Rock, UTMB, all in 9 weeks. It's phenomenal. We want to pull out the really useful bits, the things you can actually use, whether you're hitting the roads, exploring trails, or maybe just, curious about endurance.
It's interesting because she didn't start out as this dominant force. Her beginning sounds almost relatable, like real fear about just finishing a regular marathon.
It really does. She talks about that first road marathon feeling completely impossible, standing there, actually scared, thinking, I can't do this.
From someone who runs 200 miles now.
Exactly, but she just decided to try. And she finished. It really shows how much fear is tied to the unknown, doesn't it? Just starting is often the biggest hurdle.
That first step, even scared, seems key. So then she moved into ultras 50K, 50 miles, 100s, and she made mistakes.
She's very open about that. A big one early on. Racing on trails without actually training on trails. She said she fell constantly. Just learning to handle roots, rocks, that uneven ground. It's a skill.
Makes sense. And what else? Nutrition seems like it would be a huge learning curve.
Huge. And it took years, she said. Like, the whole idea of eating while exercising was totally new to her background. Figuring out what works, how much, when, especially over hours and hours.
So not just grabbing a gel and hoping for the best.
Definitely not for ultras. It's trial and error. She really stresses finding what your stomach handles, practicing it in training. It's super individual.
Okay, so for someone listening who's maybe thinking about trails or their first ultra, what's the takeaway from those early days? What's her advice?
Keep it simple at first. Find a local trail. Don't get hung up on pace or distance initially. Maybe even leave the watch at home sometime.
Focus on time on feet.
Exactly. Time on feet, moving with the terrain, she says, pick your feet up. And, importantly, make it fun. An adventure. Bring snacks. Trail pace varies wildly anyway.
Let's shift to her day-to-day training. It sounds different, not super structured.
It's very intuitive. She described this morning check-in she does, like how do the legs feel? Feet, body. But also, crucially, head, emotions, stress levels, all of it.
So no fancy tech or data crunching.
Just an internal scan, feeling things out. And that guides what she does that day. She acknowledges, strict plans work for lots of people, but for her, listening to those internal signals is key.
That self-awareness seems critical. And she learned about physical maintenance the hard way, too.
A pretty major injury in 2019 was a bit of a wake-up call. Before that, she did basically zero body work, no strength, no foam rolling.
And sure.
Developed this short daily routine, mostly bodyweight stuff for glutes, hips, core. And she still does it 5 years later. Sees it as essential, especially as you get older.
Small things that make a big difference. Any specific gear that helps prevent those common long-distance issues.
She mentions things like individual toe socks helps prevent blisters between the toes, and good anti-chafe balm. These seem minor, but over 100 miles, they can absolutely end your race if you don't manage them.
Blisters are the worst.
And a good headlamp. If you're running trails in the dark, it's not just helpful, it's crucial safety gear.
Makes sense. Let's talk mindset, the pain cave that place runners talk about. Her view on it is interesting.
It is. She used to see it as this negative place to avoid. But now, she kind of reframes it. It's where the real work gets done, where you actually improve. Sort of. It's about changing the narrative. Instead of, this is awful, maybe visualize it as chiseling away at the difficulty, seeing it as the process of getting stronger.
And when it gets really, really tough, beyond just discomfort.
Mantras. She uses simple ones, like her go-to. You're fine, this is fine, everything is fine. Or just robot. Repeating something positive can stop that downward spiral of negative thoughts.
Does she mention smiling through it? That seems counterintuitive.
She does. She makes the point that you can smile when things are hard. It's not one or the other. And also drawing energy from people out there, spectators, volunteers, that really helps too.
What about when things don't go well? Failure. Or comparing yourself to others?
Her take on failure is pretty healthy, I think. It happens. It's part of pushing limits. Feel bummed for a bit, sure, but then take the lessons and move on. And comparison. Generally not useful. Focus on your own race, your own best effort in your situation.
So if we try to pull all this together, the fear, the practical stuff like fueling and trail skills, the intuitive training, the body maintenance, the mental game, what are the core ideas for you, the listener?
Well, it really seems to boil down to a few key things. Consistency is huge. Patience improvement takes time. Listening really closely to your body and mind, being willing to get uncomfortable and reframing that discomfort, And maybe most importantly, finding the joy and adventure in it all.
That consistency piece feels vital. The improvements aren't always dramatic day to day, right?
No, often they're subtle. It's just showing up, doing the work, listening, adjusting. That's where the progress happens over the long haul.
Okay, final thought then. Thinking back to her standing at that first marathon start line, feeling like it was impossible, and then seeing where that willingness to just try led her.
What might happen if you just chose the path to try it, even if you don't know how it ends? Just embrace the learning, the process, the adventure along the way.